There comes a time in every life when the weight of the world seems unbearable, when tears flow freely, and the future appears uncertain. But in those moments of deepest struggle, God whispers to his children, "I am about to give you a new beginning." He promises that the tears of the past will no longer fall because he has heard every prayer, every cry, and he has answered. His love will surround you, enveloping you in a way that you've never known before, offering refuge and peace where there was once fear. He has great plans for you, plans to prosper you, heal you, and restore all that has been broken. When life feels overwhelming and the path ahead is cloaked in darkness, remember that God is there with you, walking beside you, leading you toward the light. Unexpected blessings, financial abundance, and miracles will soon knock on your door, bringing with them healing and restoration. What was once stressful, burdensome, and painful is about to be replaced by a divine blessing that will transform your life. Your journey is taking a turn that will lead you to unimaginable joy and fulfillment, to a place where your heart will finally find peace. You are not reading this by accident. This is a sign, a confirmation that everything you've been waiting for is coming your way. Know that God is making a way for you right now, even when you can't see it. In these difficult times, he reminds you to keep your focus on your spiritual growth, because you are on the verge of a breakthrough like never before. No matter how tough things may seem, there is nothing to fear if you place your trust in his hands. He will never leave you or forsake you. He is here to bless you abundantly in every area of your life, financially, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. The struggles of the past are coming to an end. Now is the time for you to experience his miracles, his love, and his grace. If you believe that this message is for you, that this divine promise is about to manifest in your life, say amen and embrace the blessings that are headed your way. God is doing a new thing in your life, and it is good in the stillness of your heart. You feel the stirring of hope, a quiet but powerful assurance that everything is about to change. The burdens that once weighed you down now seem lighter. The obstacles that seemed insurmountable begin to dissolve, and you feel the gentle embrace of God's promise wrapping around you. He is making all things new, and even in the most challenging moments, his grace is sufficient. The road ahead may still have its twists and turns, but with God leading the way, you walk with confidence, knowing that he is orchestrating every step. No longer will fear hold you captive. No longer will doubt hinder your progress. You are stepping into a new season, one filled with restoration and blessings that are beyond your wildest dreams. It is as if a veil has been lifted, and the clarity of God's plan for your life shines brightly before you. The tears that once fell in sorrow now become tears of joy, tears of gratitude for his faithfulness and love. Every prayer you have uttered, every cry of your heart, has been heard, and the answers are on their way. His plans for you are not just to survive, but to thrive, to rise above the trials of the past and walk in victory. The chains of limitation are being broken, and the door to abundance is swinging wide open. You will experience breakthroughs in every area of your life: relationships, career, health, and most importantly, your relationship with God. His presence will fill every corner of your life, bringing peace where there was once anxiety, joy where there was sorrow, and strength where there was weakness. As you move forward, trust that God is guiding you with his loving hand. The path may not always be clear, but his direction is certain. His love for you is unchanging, and his promises are steadfast. When you look back on this time, you will see how far you've come, how his grace has carried you through the storm and led you to a place of peace and fulfillment. Now is the time to let go of the past and embrace the future with open arms. The new beginning God has promised is already unfolding before you, and it is more beautiful and fulfilling than you could ever have imagined. Trust that he is working all things for your good, and that his blessings are abundant and overflowing. This is not just a new chapter in your life. It is the beginning of a whole new story, one filled with divine favor, unshakable peace, and uncontainable joy. Keep your heart open, your faith strong, and your eyes fixed on the promises that are soon to be fulfilled. The best is yet to come, and you are walking in it right now. As you continue on this journey, the weight of the past begins to lift, and with each passing day, You feel more aligned with the divine plan that is unfolding before you. The struggles that once seemed so overwhelming now appear as mere stepping stones leading you toward your greater purpose. God's timing is perfect, and everything that you have endured has been shaping you for the incredible blessings that are just around the corner. You are no longer defined by your past mistakes, your fears, or your doubts. You are defined by His love, His grace, and the promise of a future filled with hope. Doors that once seemed shut are now opening wide, and the opportunities you once thought were beyond reach are now within your grasp. Your heart is lighter, your spirit stronger, and you begin to see the beauty in the journey, not just the destination. As you walk in His will, you begin to notice the small miracles, moments of divine intervention that reaffirm His presence in your life. These miracles may not always come in the way you expect, but they are undeniable, and each one strengthens your faith. Relationships begin to heal, broken dreams are being revived, and you feel a deep sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. The path ahead may not always be easy, but you know now that you are never alone. With God by your side, there is nothing you cannot overcome. His strength will carry you through the darkest moments, and His light will guide you when the road seems unclear. You are becoming the person He created you to be, and the transformation is evident in the way you carry yourself, the way you love, and the way you trust. Your faith is no longer a passive belief. It is an active force that propels you forward, that sustains you in times of uncertainty, and that empowers you to step into the fullness of the life He has prepared for you. Your new beginning is not just a promise. It is a reality that is already taking shape, and you are walking boldly into it. Each day is an opportunity to receive God's abundant blessings, and you begin to expect miracles, knowing that they are coming. The season of struggle is over, and the season of flourishing has begun. You are entering a time of growth, of fruitfulness, and of divine favor. Your story is still being written, but it is no longer a story of defeat. It is a story of victory, of redemption, and of the relentless love of a Father who has never given up on you. As you look to the future, your heart is filled with anticipation for the incredible things that are still to come. With God guiding your every step, you know that your best days are not behind you. They are right in front of you, waiting to be embraced. As you continue to walk in faith, every step you take is a declaration of trust in the divine path laid out for you. You begin to see the threads of God's plan weaving together in ways you could never have imagined. The doubts and fears that once held you back begin to lose their grip, replaced by a deep sense of peace and assurance. You realize that every hardship you've faced has been part of a larger picture, one that is unfolding in your life right now. The struggles of yesterday have shaped you, but they no longer define you. You are no longer the person who walked in uncertainty and fear. You are now the person walking in the fullness of God's promises, armed with the strength that only His love can provide. The blessings you once hoped for are now becoming your reality. You can see God's hand at work in every corner of your life, whether in the small miracles that happen each day or the larger ones that you've been waiting for. Your heart is overflowing with gratitude, for you know that this is only the beginning. There is so much more to come: abundant joy, deep fulfillment, and a life lived in harmony with God's purpose. The healing you once sought is now manifesting in every area of your life, and your relationships are being restored, one by one. You feel a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that each day is an opportunity to fulfill the calling He has placed on your heart. The fears that once seemed so daunting now seem insignificant in the face of His mighty power. You are walking in victory, not because of your own strength, but because of His. The peace you experience is not just the absence of conflict, but the presence of His Spirit, guiding and strengthening you through every challenge. Your future is now filled with hope and expectancy, for you know that the best is yet to come. With each passing day, you are becoming more aligned with His will, more confident in His plan, and more certain that His promises will never fail. Your faith has been tested, but it has also been strengthened, and you now stand in a place where miracles are no longer something you just hope for. They are something you expect. As you continue on this journey, you will continue to see His faithfulness in your life, and you will continue to rise above every obstacle that tries to stand in your way. Your story is far from over, and the chapters that lie ahead will be filled with even greater victories, blessings, and a deeper intimacy with the one who has never left your side. Through every season, you will continue to grow, knowing that you are always in the hands of a loving God who is always working for your good. Your new beginning is now, and with God by your side, there is no limit to what He will accomplish in and through you. The road ahead is not without challenges, but with each one, you will find yourself growing stronger, more resilient, and more confident in the power of God's grace. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable now appear as stepping stones leading you closer to your destiny. You will encounter moments of doubt, but in those moments, remember that God's promises never fail. He has already equipped you with everything you need to overcome, and His love will be your constant guide. As you walk forward, you will begin to see how the pieces of your life are coming together in perfect harmony. The things that once felt like setbacks are now revealed to be setups for something greater. Your purpose is unfolding before you, and with each step, you are becoming the person you were always meant to be. You will experience joy in unexpected places, and peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart. In your relationships, you will find healing and restoration, and in your work, you will see God's favor and provision. Every day, you are becoming more attuned to His voice, more aware of His presence, and more attuned to the divine rhythm He has set for your life. No longer will fear or uncertainty hold you back, for you now stand firm in the knowledge that God is with you every step of the way. As you continue to press forward, you will see the fruit of your faithfulness, blessings that are not just for you, but for those around you as well. Your testimony will be a light to others, a beacon of hope for those who are still searching for the same peace and security you have found. God is not finished with you yet. He is just getting started. The best is yet to come. And as you continue to trust Him with all your heart, you will witness the unfolding of miracles and blessings that will take your breath away. Keep walking, keep believing, and know that you are exactly where you need to be. The future is bright, and with God leading the way, there is no limit to what you will achieve. The journey ahead may not always be easy, but you will no longer be walking it alone. God's presence will be a constant companion, guiding your every step, reminding you that with Him, all things are possible. Even in moments of doubt or weariness, you will find strength in His love and encouragement. The challenges you face will no longer seem as overwhelming, for you will see them through the lens of faith, knowing that they are simply opportunities for God to show His power and glory in your life. Each day brings new growth, new opportunities, and new blessings. The more you trust in His timing and His plan, the more you will witness His faithfulness unfold in your life. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is closer than you think. As you continue to walk in faith, you will find yourself entering into a season of unprecedented favor and abundance. You will experience peace in the midst of chaos, joy in the midst of sorrow, and provision where there once was lack. Your heart will be filled with gratitude, knowing that every step you've taken has brought you closer to the promises God has in store for you. Even when the path ahead seems uncertain, remember that God has already gone before you, preparing the way, and His plans for you are always for your good. Your life is about to shift in ways you can't yet imagine, and all the things that once weighed you down will begin to fall away, replaced by a divine purpose and peace that can only come from Him. With each prayer, with each step of faith, you are becoming more aligned with the incredible future He has prepared for you. Continue to trust, continue to believe, and know that God is doing more in your life than you can see. He is bringing you into a season of favor and transformation, and the best is yet to come as you move forward. Trust that God's plans for you are far greater than anything you could have ever imagined. Every moment of hardship, every trial, has been a part of His divine purpose to shape you into the person you were always meant to be. The challenges you've faced have not been in vain. They have been the crucible in which your faith was refined and your strength was built. With each passing day, you are stepping closer to the fullness of the life God has destined for you, a life marked by His love, peace, and endless provision. The dreams you've held in your heart are not far off. They are about to be realized in ways you never thought possible. Remember, God's timing is perfect, and what you've been waiting for is coming in His perfect moment. Do not be discouraged by delays or setbacks, for they are only preparing you for the greatness that is ahead. You are being shaped, molded, and positioned for a future filled with hope and abundance. Your heart is being prepared for the blessings that are just around the corner, and soon, you will look back and see how far you've come, amazed at the miracles that have unfolded in your life. In moments of doubt, hold fast to the truth that God is faithful and He will never leave you. He is walking with you, leading you into a new season of victory, peace, and fulfillment. So, hold your head high, trust in His plan, and step boldly into the future He has promised you. The journey is far from over, but rest assured, it is a journey that will end in the greatest blessing you've ever known. Your life is about to take a turn for the better, and the best is yet to come. Keep walking in faith, knowing that God's love and grace will carry you through every moment, and His blessings will overflow in your life.